recipes that come from America's Test Kitchen are about as foolproof as they can get. Chris Kimball, host of America's Test Kitchen, is here to show us some of his best recipes from the brand new companion cookbook. Take a look at this. Go run and buy it at the stores, folks. Test Kitchen Favorites. And Chris, we just listened to this whole segment about how to stay slim.
Could you put that knife down before you start? I'm like making me nervous. Okay, there, I feel better now.
This whole segment about staying slim and trim and everything else, and just think of this as kind of an Atkins version of what you just listened to for the last 5 minutes. All right, first things first. We talk about America's Test Kitchen, but you guys really how much do you test these recipes?
This is one of my favorite recipes. It's a pepper-crusted filet mignon, and we made it probably 40 or 50 times. Some recipes we've done over 100 times.
Really? Okay, so it really,
do a lot of testing.
This is not just, it's not just what it says on the aprons, folks. They really do test this stuff.
I was just checking to see what it said on the apron. I just want to make sure. Okay.
I don't put the knife down. All right,
we're starting
what are we making?
With filet. Well, this is a pepper-crusted filet mignon. Now, we're starting with an entire tenderloin, which...
That's scary. That is one scary.
Now, earlier, Harry said this was a tongue.
Well, I look like a big giraffe.
This is a very expensive tongue.
Yeah.
Now, the center cut comes out of the center, and that's what you want.
Right.
Because it's nice and even in terms of thickness.
Yeah.
Now, you can buy them in the supermarket already cut.
Right.
And sometimes they end up like this uneven. So we suggest you buy a center cut and cut it yourself.
And then do it yourself.
Yeah, we're just going to cut through the meat like that.
Well, it's probably going to be a little less expensive then, right, too?
Yeah, we actually tested buying these in the supermarket versus going to a mail-order source.
Oh, right, because you see those in the magazines, yeah.
Now, mail order tasted great. It was $65 a pound, some of them.
Really?
I mean, this is a trust fund recipe, folks, if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
And these are about $20.
Yeah.
The other thing you can do is buy a whole tenderloin at one of the price clubs, and those are actually very inexpensive.
And since you've tested it, is the meat the same quality?
It's fine. That's what we actually do in the test kitchen.
That's
so there you
smart.
Go.
That's
so
really
now we
smart.
have 4. They're about 8 ounces each, 2 inches high. Okay.
They look great. And this is kind of your very splurgy sort of Sunday dinner kind of, wow, we're really going to go all out.
No, we do this every night. It's $100 for the kids. It's not a problem.
That's right.
Okay, now we have...
Here's the thing, though. It's peppercorn. How do you make the peppercorns work best on the meat?
Well, the problem with this recipe is the peppercorns coat the meat so you can't saute the meat to get a nice browning, and they're too hot.
Right.
Because the filet's a very tender piece of meat, but doesn't have a lot of flavor.
Okay.
So you overpower the meat. So what we're going to do...
You're only getting the poivre and none of the steak, right?
That's very good. I like that. That's a motto for this. So we're going to take peppercorns, 5 tablespoons. We're taking a little saucepan.
Right.
And going like that.
By crushing them, what happens then?
Well, it makes it easier to coat them, and you don't get big whole peppercorns in your mouth when you eat it.
Right.
So we have 5 tablespoons of oil. And we're going to cook these about 7 minutes.
Right.
And then what this does, it takes...
you can get I'm getting a reaction in my eyes just to those broken peppercorns.
Just wait till you taste the steak. That's before they're cooked down.
Okay.
So this chemical piperine changes, the molecules change, they mellow out. And that's what we have here.
All right, we're mellowing the poivre.
You can take one, mellowing the poivre.
Right.
And we're just going to take this and coat it.
I can put my hand
You can go right to here.
Well, see, but you're a test kitchen guy. You have asbestos hands, right? Look at this. So you just...
Yeah, just coat it.
You're really into this today.
See, I got him to get his hands dirty. That's good. That's a good side.
Right. So you really do this. All right.
Okay.
All right.
And we let these sit.
Well, you let them sit? How long?
And we let them sit about an hour. A little salt, too, okay?
Yeah. Let them sit for an hour.
Let them sit. And the reason is the salt will bring up the beefiness of the meat.
Yep.
And also, it'll sit and coat, and the oil and the peppercorns will get nice and meshed into the meat.
Right, all right. Like that, so then we've done that for an hour.
Now we're sauteing them. Now, the problem is, a lot of recipes, if you have a thick piece of meat or fish, if you cook them entirely on top of the stove, you'll end up overcooking the outside before the inside comes up to temperature.
Sure.
So we're going to, look at this, it's a nice brown.
That's gorgeous.
Doesn't it look great?
Yeah.
So we're going to cook this a little bit on the second side. It's going to go into a preheated 450-degree oven to finish.
That is so smart.
And that's a typical restaurant technique.
Right. And then how long does it go in there then?
So it's going to go in here for about another 6-7 minutes.
You want this thing?
Yeah.
All right.
That's very hot. Be careful.
All right, we're going to be careful. All right, real quickly then, what kind of sauce, when they're done, what kind of sauce do you put on it? I got about 30 seconds left.
We have a reduction of port. We have some balsamic vinegar, dried sour cherries, little shallot, little butter we'll put in now. And you can taste it. You can take it right here.
Yeah.
Here's one that's been rested.
Ooh, look at these guys. Now you're talking. This looks so good. Can you drizzle some of that on here, man? I mean, I need this. I need this in the worst way. All right, Chris.
This is one of our top recipes, by the way.
Yeah.
So if you don't like it, I'm not coming back. So you better like it.